Hello. Okay, so there's the fat UFC critic, so I can't take that name. I've got to call myself just the fat guy. Okay, so mixed martial arts fans, we have a new, well, it's not really new. We have Pride, we have UFC, we have in the UK, Cage Warriors, these sort of things. Obviously, there's big things happening throughout the world. In relation to the world of mixed martial arts. Obviously the big one, UFC signs Crow Cop 2-year deal. Pride to bring prize fighters to the US, obviously a big market, big money, last 6 years seems to be dominating market force. Consumers, pay-per-view, etc. in the US. Big money happening in UK. So, prize fighting. 2 men, 2 women, mixed martial arts, interviews talking about barbarism, cockfighting, back to the sort of Roman. Sorry, I just seen it for recording. Roman ideas of gladiatorial. But for 1,000 years, 2,000 years, we've had Shaolin, Wudang, we've had European fighting systems, Asian fighting systems. You know, there's been hand-to-hand combat systems developed by near enough every culture since beginning of prehistory, every military system, and for the first time really in history we're having an opportunity to see what works and what doesn't work. We've got 2 people taking their jiu-jitsu, taking their kickboxing, taking their savate, their boxing, they're just animal killer instinct, whatever style they're using, their Shaolin, they're shoving it in, and they're finding what works. Now we know what works, mixed martial arts. You've got to do a bit of striking, a bit of kicking, punching, you've got to be able to fight on the ground, you've got to be able to lock, you've got to be super fit, you've got to be... There's so many characteristics in the last 5 years that have changed the way a fighting system is comprised, which is spectacular for us, the audience. So the big conspiracy theory at the moment regarding Crow Cop is he's into the UFC, 2-year deal, fights another fight before he goes for the title, takes the title, defends the title for 3 shots, cancels the contract, fucks off back to Pride, where he fights Emelianenko Fedor for the Pride heavyweight and gets paid a handsome fee from Pride, bringing that mass audience and publicising Pride. They'll probably actually fight in the USA, so it'll be UFC, and Pride's been beaten. Pride's not as big as UFC in the US. Use Crow Cop to build up and then take his popularity back to Pride and fight the 2 best fighters in the world in Pride in the USA within a year. That is a marketing ploy. They say it's a conspiracy, but I reckon then that's the way it's go. So just give some feedback on this from, I can't remember what I call myself, just like the fat MMA or something like this. Take it easy, Big Robb. Late.